So just days after the Justice Department announced an investigation revealing Russian collusion with right-wing influencers, they are back at it again. And yes, Benny Johnson. Today was actually kind of mind-blowing. All of the right-wing media was at it again today, including some of the highest levels of American government and the Trump campaign. And it started with this fake story out of Springfield, Ohio, running right along with some of the racist attacks from the Trump campaign on Kamala Harris's Jamaican heritage. Of course, this fake story centered around race again. It was a fake story planted on Facebook about Haitian immigrants stealing domesticated pets and eating them. Now, despite the Springfield, Ohio police confirming that there were no reports of any such behavior, the story went viral, and even after it was debunked, it got spread across the entire right-wing media ecosphere, including, of course, the Trump campaign, and even went to the highest level of Congress. Ted Cruz spread this thing. Every toxic right-wing influencer spread this thing. Elon Musk posted about it about 30 times. You had every right-wing YouTuber making videos about this. And where it finally ended up is just absolutely beyond comprehension. I mean, shit is getting out of hand because we're getting to the point where now, in an effort to think they're owning the libs, people are starting to spread narratives that could potentially get people hurt. At this point, the difference between some of our highest level of government and the craziest conspiracy theories is not really that much. Sometimes you get to a point where you wonder, how did we get here? So look at this. The House Judiciary, GOP, the official government account, is using an AI-generated photo that is trying to imply that Trump is going to save the animals being eaten by whatever Haitian immigrants. But like, this is not happening. They're not stealing animals. It's a fake story. It's been debunked. Even the police in Springfield, Ohio said this isn't happening. What are they even talking about? So they're like using AI generated images to just lie about something debunked that is in fact a racist trope. This idea of saying that, you know, black people that are immigrants or that are coming to this country, dehumanizing them and trying to portray them as savages that are like eating domesticated animals and shit like that, or being cannibals. That's all like, those are leftover attacks from slavery, guys. That's what they did when they enslaved black people, is they created narratives about the black people being low IQ, having no, you know, poor cognitive function, being savages. I mean, before they did that to the enslaved, they did it with the natives. They tried to say that all the natives were savages and you know what I mean? So these attacks are, I find this shit actually a little alarming, that this is what our government, you know, the House Judiciary, GOP, the people that are supposedly like in charge of bringing investigations and administering justice at the highest level of government, are engaging in you know, debunked conspiracy theories based on really ancient racist tropes. And they're doing that to try and sow, you know, discord and disharmony amongst American citizens just so they can get a sexual abusing felon to win an election. Like, that's pretty wild. That's pretty shitty. That's where we're at right now. It's not just, you know, Benny Johnson taking $5 million from Russia. It's the House Judiciary Committee in the actual U.S. government, an arm of the Republican Party that has the power to investigate and jail people in the country. They're now engaging in this type of like weird, fake conspiracy theory grandstanding. And frankly, we all need to be paying attention to this, because that's a little bit alarming when your government leadership is not really distinguishable from InfoWars. We know InfoWars exists. We know that Alex Jones and the Groypers and the Redditors and all that, we know 4chan and QAnon, we know those things exist. And we know that there's a horde of people that engage in that type of like mental gymnastics to sow chaos and discord and turn everything into a conspiracy theory. However, when one of the most powerful arms of our congressional electorate is now engaging in that low-level 4chan Redditor kind of behavior, that's a little alarming. Like, where do they go from there? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up lies? Just fake AI, like things that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when the AI is capable of creating, you know, fake events? Dude, they're going to be engaged in it, dude. It's pretty wild. Now, this is pretty crazy to me because in my life, there had always been like the crazy conspiracy theories, and then the people in the government like recognizing that there's crazy conspiracy theories, and maybe they try to appease those people and win their vote, but the people in the government weren't actually purveyors of the batshit conspiracy talk, okay? They weren't outright engaging in those false narratives. And now, on the GOP side, they are. We are there. We are there where there's no difference between Donald Trump standing up in front of people and lying about people executing babies and the House Judiciary people lying about Haitian immigrants and throwing immigrants and black people under the bus with slave owner stereotypes in deference to try and get a win for Donald Trump, to try and create some type of narrative of like, you know, animosity, right? Which is crazy because, you know, we don't want some crazy MAGA fuckwad going around and killing Haitian people because they think they're fucking cannibals, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or like a black person is out for a jog and they kneel down to pet somebody's cat and some fucking weirdo comes out and puts a bullet in their head. That kind of shit happens all too often, bro. Dude, this is nuts. Like, we're hitting new lows, okay? We're hitting new lows.